saw Prime Minister Bob Hawke with State Premier John Bannon. Frank Spiel, easily. Redden didn't get near that one. Phillips for North Adelaide gets a handball clear. The 1983 Magarey medalist gets the first kick forward. Dietrich is under it. He's going to mark it. Oh, he's going to be paid. Not a good attempt to mark by Dietrich, but he probably had enough of it. The long kick from Antrobus set it up. And the Sturt backman could have some problems with this man today. Kicked his 100th goal for the season last week in the elimination final. Normally a good kick for goal. Lines him up. And he's missed it. It's pretty windy here at Football Park. He didn't read that one at all. Didn't drop the ball well. North first score.
Breeze fairly blustery coming in from the southwest. Not an easy kick, although he should have got that one from that distance. Kick in by Reid from Sturt up towards Spiel over the top. Fine mark, Mick Redden. Slips out the handball. Tiller right in up towards the half-forward line. In the pocket, the ball is now. Sims takes the ball out of play. Full forward left throw in. Crowd of about 20,000 people.
What's the Breeze worth, Ian?
I reckon 2, maybe 3 goals, Peter. A throw in, forward pocket. Redden and Sims, neither got their hands to it. Ford under pressure. Heinrich slips out the handball, and Reid escapes to the backside out there, getting out towards Wilson.
Ray Wilson puts it forward. Oh, not a very well-directed kick. Getting out there close to the ball for North Adelaide is Malcolm Ellis. It came off his boot. Sturt are going to play it on. Half forward, Brown waited for it to come over the top. He gets the handball clear to Motley. Motley's got an open space, has a bounce, lines them up and puts it through. What a great goal, Sturt. Against the Breeze. Sturt are a goal, North Adelaide are a point.
It's a fine goal for Sturt into the Breeze. First senior blood on the board, you might say. The first goal on the board as it came down the outer side. Brown was the player that gave it to Motley. And watch the youngster on full flight. He's certainly a very balanced player, and that was a magnificent kick into the Breeze. The Blues a goal, North Adelaide a point in the first 3 minutes of the mothball final.
Gary Ford's at centre-half back for the Blues. Reid is at full-back. About the only changes that we can pick up at this stage. Redden against Spiel. Redden got it down. Craig over the top. Radbone uses the right boot. Hollis gets unloaded, gets the kick away very quickly. Spiel, Darrington, there's a loose player on the other side. It's Pater. That's where the ball's gone. Pater's going to get run down. Oh, great tackle from behind. Davies gave the ball out. Kick on the way from Wilson across the face of goal and out of bounds.
Sturt running the ball well. North's defence under pressure. Throw in right forward pocket. Redden, covering plenty of ground, is back in the back pocket with Davies. Davies used his body, smothered off the boot. Ball comes out. Chance for Antrobus to clear. A long kick towards the half-back line. Grenfell up. Fine mark. Antrobus off the half-back line. Wanted to play on, he does. The umpire lets him go now. Tiller, centre field. North into attack with a long one. Dietrich comes charging out the back of the pack. He's got it. Oh, took Reid right underneath the ball. He's lost it. He's lost it. The crowd don't like it. Took him right underneath the ball. Reid appealed for the mark, and his wish was granted. We'll see. Half-back flank. Sturt starting to run. Wilson makes the break, but he goes to the half-forward line, and Motley, he'll get this one easily. Motley wants a running player, but there's none forthcoming, or the player that did come in Hutton was well guarded, and Motley goes back to kick long.
Long he goes. The Win holding the ball up. Big leap from behind. Off hands. Barbry's thrown to the ground. Antrobus is in there. Gets out with the ball. Ducks and weaves. Gets the kick away finally. Looking for Phillips. Phillips underneath the ball. Completely missed it. Lending a hand is Grenfell. Eddie Fryer's there as well. Now North Adelaide a chance. Phillips gets the long one out. Antrobus puts it out to Tiller. No one standing Tiller again this week. Short he goes on a leaders. Dietrich, he's got it. Free-moving football here at Footy Park from both sides. North Adelaide going with the Breeze. Probably worth about 3 goals. Dietrich, the ball coming back, through it goes. North Adelaide hit the front, 1-1 to Sturt, 1 goal. A few injuries, but he's back in prominence now. Frank Spiel, what a job he's done. Up goes Redden, pushes it down, misses Antrovas, out it comes to Tiller. Already prominent, kick number 4. Getting underneath the ball is Parsons. Can't mark, Ford's got it, he'll get run down. A great tackle, Eddie Fry's caught as well. He gets a push and he'll take a free kick. That one went against McAdam. Fry will play it on. Looking for Heinrich and finding that player. Heinrich has a chat to Tiller and then goes back and decides to play football. He wants Motley at centre-half forward. Spiel in front. No mark. Motley stayed down, gave it to Hollis. Hollis short. Oh, he wanted Davies, but he's going to miss him by a kilometre. Brown, Davies again. The big fella tries to get around. Barbary misses the handball. Out comes Clisby for North Adelaide. Clears well to the centre wing. Up high goes Radbone. No mark. Tiller is caught. Very close to the boundary line and he gets a free kick.
Tiller from centre wing. The umpire explained that he handballed on. Rick Schofield and Rob Schofield and Rick Kinnear, the 2 umpires. Tiller from centre wing, a nice looking drop punt. Parsons on the ground, taps the ball away. Against the tide there was Radbone. The umpire indicates a free kick will go to Sturt, to be taken by Chris Radbone, half-back flank. Put the Blues up towards centre field. Looks for Spiel. Redden is there with him. Oh, he lost his footing. Spiel dropped an easy one. Derrington's running. The big fellow can't get down to get it out to him. He's still working hard for the ball. And umpire Schofield comes in and bounce. A bounce, centre wing, marginally in Sturt's attacking favour. 1-1, 1 goal. North Adelaide by a point. Riley, John Riley that is. Ball comes out to McAdam, backed up now by Tiller, winning plenty of kicks in the early minutes of this big game. That's his kick number 6. Beautiful football forward, drives to the lead into the pocket of Motley, but it's too far out in front of that player, and a throw-in will take place inside the half-forward right flank.
Ford's a very pacey player. He's certainly quicker than Arnold, but if it comes in high, he's going to find problems. Arnold a good mark. Redden from behind gives Motley a push, and the young champ gets a free kick. Davies wants it in long and quick. Motley obliges. Puts a high ball there. Davies in a good spot. Up he goes. Oh, Clisby punched away. Plays it clear. Painter, then Wilson to Brown. Brown back to Painter. Didn't get a good bounce. Painter onto the left boot. He's astray. It's astray, all right. That's out on the full. Painter got a whack in the nose last week, but he appears to have recovered.
Clisby, North settling down now. Not a lot of experience final-wise out there for North Adelaide. Going through was Barbary. Brown now with the opportunity. Hutton off the back line in towards Painter. Malcolm Ellis for North Adelaide. He could have got the mark. It may have been out on the full. Either way, he's got the ball. Returns the ball back towards centre wing. Off the fingers, Wilson again. Spiel wants backup support. Gets it out now from Hutton. The running player is Painter. Painter to Craig is good football. Oh, he can't pick it up. Caught on the left leg. Puts it up now towards Motley. Motley getting underneath the ball. Can't bring it down. Derrington in trouble. Davies wants it out, but a free kick will go to Derrington, I believe. Yes, Derrington, or is it the North Adelaide player? No, Derrington's going to get it. 15 metres out right in front. I think the umpire paid a trip, Peter.
Yes, he did, Ian, and I think he was tripped by the North Adelaide defender's leg. It appeared to be unintentional, but I think the free kick was right.
Derrington into the breeze. Chips away, the umpire said. That's his first goal. Sturt 2 goals without a miss into the breeze. A good start. North Adelaide 1-1.
Well, Sturt had plenty of chances there, and when the ball came in originally, Craig mishandled. It went backwards and forwards, and finally Painter got the kick in looking for Motley. The North Adelaide defender came across and spoiled well. I think that was Malcolm Ellis. The ball went forward. Derrington had the run of it. He got the trip and kicked the goal. Sturt 2 goals. North Adelaide 1-1.
Redden against Spiel. Centre bounce. Ideal football conditions. Spiel's tap. McAdam probably took it off his own player. Well run down by Barbary. Dietrich on the lead. Reed, a beautiful spoil from behind. Barbary. Half back line. Puts it out towards centre wing. Wilson's out there. Well taken, however, by Campbell. Gets 15 metres. Brings him to the attacking corner of the square with the breeze behind. Should put him right into the square. It does. First kick to Campbell. Parsons in front, thumped away. First to recover back there will be Hutton. Taps it cleverly. Painter.
Centre field, not a good kick away, but Craig intercepts. Pirouettes beautifully out of the pack, then gets a kick away. Didn't have a look, he was under pressure. Brown missed it completely. Phillips for North Adelaide. He's got nowhere to go. Finally does the right thing and swings it across to Ellis. Ellis in turn finds Wildey and he goes further afield looking for Grenfell. Grenfell in trouble, gets rid of Painter. Does it well. Played a great game last week. The handball is to Campbell. Campbell, plenty of distance. The kick's not a good one. Sims in front and he smashes it through for a point. Well, the Roosters have got the breeze, but to this stage they haven't used it that well. Sturt 2 goals, North 1-2.
Peter Reid kicking in for the Blues. To the outer side. Easy mark to Campbell. He dropped it. The umpire said he had to play on 2. Wilson escapes with the ball up towards centre wing. Coming to meet it well, Wildy. Ford runs him down. Or Brown it was. Thumped away. Back up towards centre field. In go the hard bodies. McAdam gets clear. Kicks high towards the half-forward line. Coming to meet it, Heinrich. Can't quite make it. Quickly in his Grenfell. Ball bottled up. And Trovis over the top. And the umpire will come in and bounce centre half-forward North Adelaide in attack. Down 4 points. Kicking with the breeze. It's got to be worth 2 or 3. Tapped cleverly by Redden. And Trobus again. He's won the free kick. Cleverly played. And he's got it. Plays on quickly. Breaks round onto the right leg. Puts it up for Dietrich. 1-on-1. Dietrich and Reid. Reid too strong. Well played.
Well, he read that very well. The Sturt players are punching away and their ground players are reading the ball a lot better. The kick to Barbary was a good one. He plays it on. He wants Neil Craig. Hay couldn't mark it. Motley's beating Hay at the moment. The handball to Derrington is spot on. Davies is short. He's got it. Oh, that was too easy. Motley's winning kicks by staying down in these windy conditions. And he's a power point at centre half forward at the moment. He's already had 5 disposals and we're only 12 minutes in. And that's a lot for a centre half forward. But can the champ kick his first goal for the day? It's swung away late, but he's got it. Sturt are playing well. They're 3 goals now to North 1-2.
The Blues mounting their attacking division from the half-back line there as they sprung off it. And as Peter said, Peter Motley at the moment too strong for Stephen Hay. He's got too much pace, too much know-how at the moment, although Hay's had a magnificent season. Did very well in the medal poll the other night. He'll no doubt tighten his game. But in the meantime, Sturt off to a great start. 3 goals. Plays North Adelaide 1-2.
Parsons is now in ruck for North Adelaide. Oh, terrible bounce away from the centre. Derrington quick to kick it away. Motley again. Where's Davies? He wants it. He's got a chance. 1 out against Clisby. Oh, he's got it. Great catch. Used his body to perfection on that occasion. And then he dived to his right-hand side and pulled in a beauty. A giant headache for North Adelaide, this man. Actually, a headache for most people. Rick Davies. Lining up for his second. No problems at all. 2 goals, Davies. Sturt 4 without a miss. North Adelaide 1-2. Hooks it back. Phillips. Oh, he's a good player, Phillips. And Trobus was running on. He just fell over, but he recovered well. He can kick a goal from there. He sets it up. Dietrich using his body. It's through. A brilliant goal, and Trobus. North Adelaide needed it. They're 2-2 now to the Blues' 4 goals.
Well done, Ian Trobus. He might have been criticised then had he not kicked that goal, because once he slipped, he had a player in short. I think it was probably Robertson. He was well clear, and the short pass was an easy one, but he had confidence in his own ability. A long kick. Kick number 5 went in. Strong shepherding in the square, and North have got their second on the board. First to Ian Trobus.
4 scoring shots each, but Sturt have been very efficient up forward. Parsons again gets the tap away, and Trobus knocked it on further. Gary Ford in front. He let it go for Wilson. Wilson and Campbell. Now that's going to be a good tussle today. Well done, John Riley. Phillips back to Riley. On again to Robertson. Robinson in turn uses Sanders. Sanders goes long with the left boot. Here comes the big man. Up he goes. Couldn't take the mark. Eddie Fry again read it well. He gave it over to Hutton. Hutton short to Radbone.
Half-back flank. 4 goals to 2-2. Radbone gets 15 metres. No, the umpire hasn't given him 15 metres. I think Radbone thought he had it because he was pushing Phillips back off his mark. Radbone to the half-forward line. Craig is clear. Plays on in the pocket. Barbary getting underneath it is Wildy. Or is it Riley? Whatever it is, North Adelaide have got the mark. Wildy it is from the back pocket. Long kick towards centre field, up looking for Arnold. He's pushed the player in the back. It's Ford who takes the free kick. Check side of the centre circle.
Ford's beating Arnold at the moment, Ian.
Heinrich gives a lead out wide. He's come up from the back pocket. McAdam giving chase. Heinrich or McAdam realises he's got a chance now. Puts on the tackle too late. Motley gets one hand to it, but can't keep it in play. Stephen Hayes going to have to pay much closer attention to Motley. He's getting a lot of kicks on his own. Hay just not close enough to him. The throw in inside the half-forward line. Parsons, number 20, gets the tap down. Barbary, close to the line. Right with him there for North Adelaide is Riley. Stephen Riley, that is, back in towards Davies again. Ball dropped quickly. Motley got it in. Davies just out about 25 metres, a chance to kick his third goal. Only his third kick. Into the breeze. He's already kicked one from here. Taking plenty of time. There's the head-on shot. Oh, I think he's hooked that one offline. 1 point only to Davies. 4-1 Sturt, blotting their copybook. North Adelaide 2-2.
Sturt are on top at centre-half forward with Motley, and they're on top at centre-half back with Ford. If you can control those two positions, you go a long way to winning a game of football. Clisby didn't get much distance with that ball. Big leap from Wilson from behind. He missed it completely. Craig first to recover. Robertson's with him. The tackle was on illegally, and Craig will take it. Coach Mick Nunan would be worried at the moment because Sturt are controlling the game. They're probably not having as many possessions as North Adelaide, but they're in front. Back it goes to Derrington. There's a throw, apparently, according to the umpire. Sanders the free kick. He's playing in the centre. It's his second kick. Underneath that ball is Arnold. He can't get into the game. Ford smashes it back to Wilson. Wilson gave it to Craig. What a brilliant tackle. Down he went. Great tackle, John Riley.
Riley coming back after injury. Adds a lot to the North lineup. He gets 15 metres. Craig not anxious to get back there in a hurry. Riley from between wing and centre. Drives the ball towards the half-forward line and Arnold. Ford over the top. Arnold in the middle, couldn't bring it down. Quickly through there was Phillips, got out a handball. It wasn't well directed. Heinrich is tackled high, or Derrington will get the free kick for a high tackle. Derrington, centre half-back. 19 minutes gone, and the Blues with 11-point advantage into the breeze. A great platform to start a mothball final. Tiller went down, accident I believe, and the ball is out of play. Interchange gate, centre wing.
Wasn't a bad movement by Tiller, Ian. He could have got out of the way, but he gave himself a chance to get a free kick there.
Parsons in front, Spill behind. Tiller again eludes the tackle to get another kick to the half-forward line. Ford coming across, can't keep it in play, and the throw-in will take place inside the half-forward line of North Adelaide, who badly need a goal.
Gee, Gary Ford far too quick for Arnold. Anything that's loose or on the ground, he's going to beat Arnold for it. The big chap's going to have to get into the game for North Adelaide. Redden and Sims. Antrobus. Will-o'-the-wisp. They call him the Ant. He gave it to Tiller. Tiller's a very beautiful, a very nicely balanced player. Dietrich again out position, and he's given away a free kick. He was walking backwards as though the free kick was his, but Reed's a good player. Spiel trying to get there. Parsons can't quite make yards. Sanders pushes it wide to Campbell. Here's a chance, North Adelaide. McAdam's got the run of it. Short to Dietrich. Beautifully put. And the big fella took an easy mark on the chest.
Reed's down. He ran into the back of Dietrich.
It'd be a bit like running into a brick wall, I think, Ian. And he's in a bit of trouble too.
I think he's possibly winded. So would I be.
Yes, be like running into the back of a bus. The big chap's got it.
He's most unconcerned, Peter. He put the ball on the ground and just casually waiting for them to do something with Peter Reid.
Gee, if he's more than winded, Ian, hopefully for Sturt he's not, but it'd be a tragedy for them because...
He started so well, Peter.
Yeah.
What a magnificent pass in by, McAdam. Although, in the end, Dietrich had to stop, Peter, and that's what caused the problem. He didn't put up his hand when Reid went straight into his back. Well, he's up, fortunately. Dietrich, his first set shot for goal wasn't a good one, but that's his second goal for the day. Dietrich, North Adelaide a 3-2, Sturt a 4-1. And Dietrich 2-1 apiece. McAdam gave it to Sanders. Sanders wobbles one forward. Dietrich, oh, he's got it! 3 grabs. And what a difference it makes if you play in front. A wobbly old kick from Sanders, but Dietrich was out of the blocks. Reid couldn't catch him. And the big chap is now going to have his 4th kick. And what an important cog he is in this machine. 3 goals, Dietrich. North Adelaide hit the front. 4-2 to Sturt 4-1. 2 fine full forwards playing well for their respective sides. Davies 2 goals, kicking into the breeze. He should have had 3. He missed one that he would normally get, as did Dietrich earlier in the piece. But he's got 3 goals, developing into a big spearhead for North Adelaide. But now the players in front of him are getting clear of the Sturt counterparts and giving him a chance to get to the ball. 4-2 North Adelaide. They lead 1 point to 4-1.
North Adelaide winning the centre bounces at this stage. They've got it away 5 times to Sturt 3. McAdam again. Campbell's a brilliant player. Off he goes. Oh, he had a chance to give it to Robinson, but he went long. Oh, what a great kick. He's kicked a goal. His first. North Adelaide 5-2 to Sturt 4-1.
What a tremendous change that's come over the game in the last 4 minutes. North has booted 3 goals, and none more brilliant than that. Matthew Campbell used his pace to career down the outer side. He drew the Sturt's defence. He had the chance for the handball if he needed it, but he went long with a magnificent kick, their 5th goal.
Parsons and Spiel. The North Adelaide ruckman got it again, or Sanders dropped the ball. Out went Whittlesey, got a handball clear. Brown smothered. Barbary put it out in front of Craig. Craig nearly had his head taken off. He gave it to Derrington. Davies short, he's got it. Well, it's a day for full forwards. They're everywhere. Sturt really meant business then. They got that out of the centre with a great handball along the ground from Whittlesey, and that set it up. John Halbert. I would think he'd be feeling slightly more uneasy now than he was 10 minutes ago. Oh, Ricks pushed that one away. So his last 2 kicks for goal haven't been good, and Ian, he wouldn't want to have a touch of the lack of confidence that we saw a few weeks back, because he's important for Sturt.
Against the Bays, Peter, I think he kicked about 7 points and he missed some very important goals, and Rick takes his time. He's certainly not rushing his kicks, but as you say, he's not kicking well at the moment, and Sturt need him. Brown and Robertson. Robertson was a late inclusion in the side eventually. He had a test yesterday and another one this morning and was past fit after leaving the ground on Thursday night, somewhat under a cloud with an ankle problem. Parsons and Motley. Motley in front did well against the taller player. That's a high tackle. And the free kick will go to Whittlesey on the outer side of the ground to put the Blues into attack. Into time on the first quarter. A high kick in towards Davies again. Clisby there with him. Davies in the middle of the pack. thumped away. Parsons towards the line, and the ball is out of bounds in the full forward left pocket. We're almost back up to the half forward line. Rick out of position. He's just going back to the full forward spot, which leaves him one-on-one with Clisby. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, the tap down comes. Tiller gets it out. Here's a chance now for Wildy to get across. Clisby the chance. Kicks well clear. Centre wing. Sanders the running player. Sits nicely for him. Whips out a handball. Arnold in the game at last. Caught on the left leg. Dietrich short up towards full forward. Reed there completes the mark at the second grab it, the umpire said. The second touch was over the line, and you'll find the boundary umpire will come in and throw the ball back into play. The boundary umpire just having consultation with umpire Schofield, and a throw-in will take place. Arnold will probably go for it. No, Redden is there with Sims. Down towards Antrobus. Sims gets the tap out. Ford under pressure. Back now towards Sanders. Jams it onto his boot. Into the pocket. Ball close to the line. Antrobus was there first, but the ball has been kicked off the ground unintentionally. And who's going to get the free? No, the umpire said it was out already.
Johnny Painter wanted it. Surprised at Painter then in kicking that ball back in like he did. Not a defensive kick. Barbary couldn't get the handball clear. And Trobus goes down and gets a free kick. And he wants 15, but the umpire says, Tony, you've had a good week. You can't get kicks that easy. Kick number 6. He kicks the ball beautifully too, normally. Oh, I put the mockers on him. A punch away from Ford. Campbell intercepts. Sanders short is Parsons. Can the big chap get there? Yes, he can. Sims was a long, long way away from him. I haven't seen enough of Parsons to know what his kicking style is like at goal. I bet he'd love to kick one. It's on its way. It won't make the distance. Dietrich up in the pack. Gee, got a big leap. Couldn't get the mark. Painter scouts well. Kicks long. Wilson there. So is Brown. Brown has just kept it in and now it's out. North of 5-2, Sturt of 4-2.
Throw in on the half-forward right flank. North in attack. Parsons and Spiel. Robertson wants it down quick. Spiel tried to hook it back. Parsons got the tap, but it went to Painter. Robertson in for North Adelaide. Close to the line. He's edged off the ball. Ball close to the line still. Tiller. Parsons, good handball. Sets it up now. The big fellow shows a lot of mobility to get the ball in towards full forward. Ford across. Can't take the ball down. And the ball goes out of play in the right forward pocket. Gee, what a sidestep from the big fellow.
He does a lot of hard work, Ian. He does a lot of running and tackling for a big man.
His NBL basketball experience coming to the fore. Parsons against big Sims. Sims is tapped straight back to the line. Close to it there was Heinrich. And the ball out of play once more. About 35 metres around. North in attack and leading by a goal.
Parsons and Redden are winning in the tap-out department. They've got 8 clear taps away and they're feeding their rovers very well. Parsons behind Sims. Sims showed a lot of experience then. Grenfell won't get there before it goes out. Approaching the end of the first quarter here. It's been a very good one too. As good a first quarter and a first semi that I can remember for a long while. Sims and Parsons again. Parsons tried to get front spot, but Sims got it away. Out it comes to Painter. Painter sweeps it long towards Craig. Gee, that's a beautiful kick. That's spot on. Craig, kick number 6. He wants Brown and gets him. Good body work, Brown. He plays it on immediately. Motley strangely quiet in the last 10 minutes. Oh, Hollis came in. There's no one at goals. Puts it over to Motley. Open goal, Motley. His second goal for the quarter. The scores are level. 5-2 apiece.
Well, once again, Sturt show that they can run just as well as North Adelaide. And as Peter said, that the first quarter in the semi-final has been noted for the brilliant team play up and down the ground. And that one from Sturt was brilliant as the handball from Hollis came out in front of Motley. He got a nice sit on the ball. It was only a matter of keeping it straight through the goalpost. Scores locked together, 5-2 both teams, and we've played 30 minutes of the first semi-final.
Brown and Motley must love each other, I think. There's twice they've been involved in the handball goal setup. Redden's back in ruck. Spiel got it away. Tiller was a bit slow on that one. Sanders got caught. Derrington quickly away. And a good mark at half forward taken by Brown. Darryl Brown, he wants Whittlesey. He'll find him too. Whittlesey's got away from the centre. The siren has gone to end a great first quarter, which saw Sturt get out of the blocks quickly. North pegged them back, and the score's a level at quarter time at 5-2.
Both 5 goals too as we pick up the second quarter here in the semi-final at Football Park. Sturt to go with the breeze, got to be worth a couple. First touch to Redden. The ball comes out towards Whittlesey, edged out of the position. Arnold couldn't. Big spill in there. Wilson. Ford. Loose ball. Hutton left the football behind as he went in with a heavy body. Campbell gets it out to Robertson. And the umpire finally comes in and bounces the ball between wing and centre. A good first quarter. Attractive run on football. Spiel at the second attempt at Derrington. Out wide of Wilson. Changes tack. Puts it to the half-forward line. Motley's there. Hay behind. Takes the easy mark. Hay's first kick. Motley gave him a torrid time in that first quarter.
Hay sweeps it along boundary line. Ray Wilson. Tiller comes in. The man that nobody would stand last week, David Tiller. He had a ball. Playing pretty well today too. 8 kicks in the first quarter. I think he's playing at half forward, or he's resting at half forward, changing in that position. Craig. Sanders shoots out a long one, but not well directed. Off hands to Hutton. Long to Craig. Riley intercepts. Well done, Riley. Phillips picks up the crumbs. Short to Antrobus. He plays it on. North Adelaide running it out of the back lines. Getting under it, Grenfell. Grenfell didn't go on with it. The North Adelaide player clearing it was, of course, Malcolm Ellis. Trevor Sims played a good game last week. It's his first kick. And Trobus gets under that. It's an easy one. No contest.
And Trobus picking up many kicks. This is his 7th. He's had 4 handballs as well as he goes to the half-forward line with a high kick. Parsons up there. He never got started. Sims a fine mark in defence. Out at centre-half back at the moment is the veteran performer for the Blues. Game number 247 goes towards centre wing. Redden puts the Roosters back towards the half-forward line. The bounce favours Hutton. Sims can't pick it up. Arnold under pressure. The Shepherd is on. And Trobus again keeps the ball in play. The Roosters go into attack with an awkward kick. McAdam wants backup support. Chips out the pass. Phillips, one-handed, can't quite get there. Dietrich wants it back. The Sturt defence plays well. Fry gets it to Ford. Out wider still is Craig, and he can bolt. 30 metres clear. Whittlesey will get it next as Sturt go into attack. Whittlesey will go long. Davies, one-on-one. Davies and Pisby. Davies! 30 metres out. That's turning defence into offence brilliantly as Davies has got it. Head on to goal and should not miss from here. Although his last 2 shots haven't been all that good. He's had 5. 2 goals, 2 he's got. Towards the lake end. Or even that ball wasn't a confident shot. But he's got it. 3 goals, Rick Davies. Sturt take the lead by that goal.
It was a magnificent movement down the ground by Sturt. Set up by Ford when he ran out of defence, and he gave it over to Craig, then to Whittlesey. And do you think Davies and Clisby weren't doing anything to each other? I think they were both holding on to each other. Davies, the stronger of the two, took a fine mark. And not a confident kick at goal, but he got the optimum result.
Spiel against Redden. Redden got up higher, got the ball down to Sanders, and Trobus again playing a fine game. Too far for Arnold, got a bad sit on the ball. Backing up Sanders, out wide of McAdam. He's under pressure as well from Heinrich. Butting up well there was Barbary. Long handball out, Hutton to Spiel. Back to Wilson, good football Sturt. Craig to Heinrich is even better still. Out wide of Painter, in the pocket is Brown, but he gets the kick away. Up towards Davies, Shepherd. By Sturt, within a minute and a half, Painter's first, and the Blues run 2 goals clear.
And North Adelaide paying the penalty for their attacking game where they tend to run forward, and once the ball comes over the top, this sort of thing happens. A series of handballs down the ground for a Painter goal.
Sturt by 12 points. Spiel. Once again, Antrobus can't get clear. Sanders in support. Back up comes from Campbell. Out wider still, Robertson. Edged off the ball. Done it well. Whittlesey did that. Out towards Barbary. Pulled off the ball was Antrobus. I think he'll get a free kick. Gee, what a game he's playing. Certainly not suffering from any blues after the medal. Kick number 9. Antrobus from check side of the centre circle.
He aims it at Arnold. He just is not in the game, Arnold. He is now. He'll line up for his second kick, but Ford's far too quick for him. Dietrich on a lead. That's where the ball goes. Getting in front, Reid. Dietrich from behind. Pushes it down. Radbone for Sturt. Gee, they're clearing it from defence very easily. Nobody could mark it at centre-half forward. Through comes Brown. Pushes it in front of Wilson, but misses him. Wilson again, can't get the kick away. Finally for North Adelaide, it's Riley. Stephen Riley short to Robinson, and that's a good disposal. Gee, just marked it too. First kick, Robertson. Good one, Phillips. Phillips might have a shot. Brenton Phillips, a very clever player who has the ability to get into an open space as he did then. Sets it up. It's a strong kick. It's coming across the front of goal, though. It's a point. North Adelaide want goals. 5-3, Sturt 7-2.
Yes, the breach coming in from his right to left. He had to take the right goalpost or even further out still. Reid took a heavy knock in that first quarter when he ran into the back of the stationary Dietrich. He's come back again, quite fit by the seams. Out there, off the fingers. Tiller again. Head down. Redden gets a long handball out. Good tackle put on him. Fry. High kick floats back towards centre field. Malcolm Ellis. Whips it out wider. Phillips. Phillips clear. Puts out a pass. McAdam. That's well done. Oh, he dropped it. He's got to get round the Heinrich now. Does it beautifully with skill. Heads towards goal. Put himself on an angle. Up goes the kick. Comes the length with a breeze. Oh, what a goal. Oh, it came back beautifully. It looked like it was going to miss by a metre. And that's his first goal. North Adelaide 6-3, Sturt 7-2. Mick Nunan looking pretty worried. Strain. Painter onto his boot quickly. Off the half-back line, Riley. Or scoops it out. Hutton under pressure, good tackle. Campbell is allowed to play on. Dietrich on the move. Reid there with him. Dietrich one-handed. Eddie Fry. Cool in defence, puts it back towards Spiel, and the big fellow takes a good mark. Running player is Barbary as he gets it out wider still to Brown. Brown on the half-forward line. Has the balance. Close to the line, gets round beautifully. Puts it in the air for Davies, out in front again. Off the fingers, the big fellow's got it, but he goes down. Hay. Tiller. Flisby. Looking for someone to pass off. He's got Wildy. Makes a metre. Oh, just got him in time, and the ball came off the side of the foot. Running into trouble, Painter. Out wider still, Whittlesey puts it in the air. Gives it a chance. This looks a magnificent kick. Fine goal, Whittlesey. His first. Mistake by North Adelaide coming out of defence. Sturt 8-2, North Adelaide 6-3.
Well, unfortunately for Clisby, he had no one to kick it to. He had to go wide. And the big North Adelaide mistake was not taking Painter out of the game. It's a pretty weak approach at that player. He managed to get it clear to Whittlesey, and the goal was academic. 8-2 Sturt, North Adelaide 6-3.
The Blues by 11 points. Redden and Spiel. The big fellow handling it well at the moment, coming against Redden most of the time. I can't remember Parsons having a run in ruck at the moment. McAdam. He's doing all the work in front of the half-forward line, of course. But Redden's taken most of the centre bounces. Peter, can you recall him being at the centre bounce?
Which player's that here?
Parsons.
Parsons, yes, I can. Yes, he's cleared it away pretty well too. But I'd agree, he's not probably doing as much there as he should. Campbell forward. Parsons now in front, down on the knees, couldn't take the mark. Looked like he's having a prayer. Hutton gave it out to Ford. Campbell again, got a bad bounce. Read it well though. Craig's got him. The crowd yell holding the ball. The umpire will have a bounce. 11 points the deficit. North Adelaide have let Sturt in my view. They've made a couple of mistakes and can't make mistakes with Sturt. They'll kick goals. A knock back to Painter. Hutton, or the handball misses. There'll be a ball in. Spiel against Parsons. 6-3 plays 8-2. The Sturt running players doing well. Well done, Spiel. Painter. Whittlesey did the right thing. He knocked it on. Hollis. Oh, he's caught cold. Riley and McAdam. McAdam through. The handball missed by a mile. Painter kicked it off the ground. Whittlesey played that beautifully to Brown. Brown to Hollis. Hollis with the right boot. He looked uncomfortable. Clisby comes out. Oh, the kick was nearly marked. Stephen Hay gives it over to Riley. That's John Riley. Riley clears it to Sanders. Sanders goes wide. A good kick, and that finds Ellis.
Ellis on the half-back line. Parsons out with a trainer, or vice versa, as Ellis kicks towards that player. Big leap, but Robertson got up very early, got nowhere near the ball at all, and Frank Spiel took the mark and also a knock around the mouth. Spiel from half-back flank. That awkward-looking run at the ball, but a nice-looking kick. At the back was Redden. Ball comes down to Hay. It was Darrington a chance. The running player is Whittlesey. Beautifully intercepted Riley. Well done. Sturt back in it, but Hay comes through to take care of that. Kicks out wide towards centre wing. Robertson gives chase. Can't keep it in play. Centre wing throw-in. Game just getting more into a bruising encounter at the moment. Sturt 8-2, North 6-3, giving it all.
A ball in, centre wing. In front, Redden. From behind, he taps it out, misses Tiller. Wilson, Painter, he never misses with the boot. He did on that occasion, though. Went straight over Darrington. Running through with the ball, Wieldy. Can't pick it up. Painter came in very hard. John Riley read it well. Down he goes, and he gets a free kick. A bit lucky. Plays it on. McAdam, short. Campbell will play on. Got a ton of pace. Kicks it long, looking for Arnold. He might get this one. Too tall. He plays it on. Here's a chance, Antrobus. If he can pick it up, he's got a big chance. Gets around Ford. Onto the left boot. Dietrich. Oh, well done. Antrobus hooked it back, hoping for the big fella, and he found him. Grenville Dietrich will now have his 5th kick. Remembering he's kicked 3-1. Shouldn't miss this. He's hit the post. Nearly knocked it off nearly knocked it over. North Adelaide 6-3, Sturt 8-2.
Oh, Michael Nunan looking very perplexed. Nice kick in. On the outer side, it's Brown taken off that player by Sanders. Robertson running into the pocket. Coming to meet him is Heinrich around that player. Robertson did it well. Gives it into Grenfell now. Grenfell 40 metres out. Kicks in high on Trobus. It was high in towards the goal. Big players leap. Ball to ground. Ford shovels it out. Brown back in defence. Shrugs that tackle. Drives long back towards centre field. Craig with speed. Coming through strongly, however, was Painter. Painter along one to the half-forward line. Out to meet it, Clisby at the back of the pack in support. Is Stephen Riley, overruns it. Davies a chance, slips it out. Darrington onto the boot, into the goal. Give me goal. Darrington second. Third kick clear again. Neil Craig off.
He's in trouble too, and that is a big problem for Sturt. A good running player. Howard will replace him. But Rick Davies played that beautifully. Very loose defence. Clisby went for the kick off the ground and missed it. Davies recovered, saw the chance, gave it to Darrington for his second. But the big news here at Football Park is that Neil Craig has left the ground.
Or something at the back of the thigh. We'll find out later on. Not good news. McAdam gets it out. Tiller on the wrong foot up towards Parsons. The big fellow smothered it well, but couldn't pick it up. In goes the player of Hutton's ability, and finally it's forward. Back towards centre wing. Malcolm Ellis underneath the ball, recovers well. With him is Wilson, and the ball is out of play at centre wing. 9-2 to 6-4.
40 plays 56, 16 points the deficit. North Adelaide kicking against the breeze. Sturt are very efficient in attack. Redden, McAdam, back to Ellis. Ellis looking for Robertson. Up high he goes. Oh, he's got it. 2 grabs. I think he's a bit tentative, Robertson, with that injury. Uses the left boot. Phillips on a lead. Radbone with him. Phillips has got it. What a fine player he is. He came down heavily. Might have got an accidental boot to the head on that occasion. The Panadol will fix that up at half-time. Brenton Phillips kicks to the face of goal. Dietrich on a lead. The big chap lost sight of it. Through it goes. Painter. Heinrich. Sturt running out of defence very easily. Too easily, in fact. Hollis and Riley miss it. Motley a chance. Got a bad bounce. Hayes smothers him. What a great tackle. Although a little bit of bad luck there, Ian. Motley had to jump for the high ball, and Hay was able to catch him. He
had to prop, Peter. I don't think Hay would have ever caught him had he got a decent sit on the ball, but that's football. Good mark out there to Arnold to put the Roosters into attack. Short to Tiller. Oh, it's too far for that player. 2-on-1 out there with Ford and Whittlesey both coming in to meet him, and the ball beats him out of play. 9-2 to 6-4. 16 minutes in. Redden and Sims. The bodies go in. Line ball, that one. Phillips through to Redden. Caught a little bit by surprise. Tried to rustle evil handball. McAdam puts it out in front of Dietrich. With him there is Reid, but Dietrich too strong in the air. Has got another one. He was almost underneath that ball. In fact, he led Reid perhaps too far. Just got his hands up in time and kicked or took a nice mark. I was just thinking about his last kick, which hits the post, was almost the same angle. 6 marks, 6 kicks. Very casual looking run at the ball. He gets under that one. 4 goals, Dietrich. One that North Adelaide needed into the breeze. 7-4, they trail Sturt 9-2.
Dietrich's first goal for the quarter, and what a thorn he is in Sturt's side, and I don't know if Reid can hold him. It would appear at this stage that he can't. He hasn't quite got the body strength. Dietrich is a little bit more lively today. On a lead, he gets in front, and he's a very good mark. Sturt are unbalanced. They've got Brendan Howard at half forward. Craig's off the ground, and now running on the ball will be Michael Graham.
Parsons in ruck now for the Roosters. Has to stand his ground, gets the tap, and it went to Michael Graham. Aerial ping-pong, sees Sanders out in front. Running player is Phillips if he can pick it up. Looking for support. Tiller on the natural left leg. Goes in long. Out comes Redden to meet the ball, but Fry's back for Sturt. Unloaded brilliantly. Arnold crashes a tackle. Phillips again, caught on that left leg. Jams it onto his boot, and I think he's kicked. Oh no, it was Grenfell, not Phillips. Thought he kicked a magnificent goal just across the face of goal. 1 point only.
North Adelaide have lifted it in the last 5 minutes. They've realised that that they're good enough to win the game. They've got a great spearhead, and Sturt have lost one of their best players. It's a first semi-final, mothball to the losers. Phillips couldn't take the mark. Tiller again. He's against 2 players out there, and he's going to pay the penalty. Derrington pushes it back to Radbone. On to Hutton and then to Spiel. Spiel will give it back to Hutton. The handball's not running too well. Hutton pirouettes. Michael Graham concedes ground and then hooks it back to centre half forward. Motley and Hay. Good mark, Stephen Hay. He played it very well indeed. Didn't get a touch in the first quarter, and now he's playing well. Forward. Michael Graham again getting into the game. Clisby in front of Davies, and he'll mark.
Clisby at centre half back. Hayu didn't start all that well, as Peter told you, but he's getting more confidence as time goes by. Tightened his game. Spiel ought to take the easy mark. He can't. Radbone unloaded. Tiller and Radbone, and the umpire will come in and bounce. 5 5-2 both teams at quarter time. 9-2 to 7-5 now, with John Halbert looking relaxed. That would belie his real feeling underneath. Derrington, floating kick. Hay waiting his chance. Motley in against the tide. Quickly back in the action there was Riley, but the umpire says play on. Davies in it, can't get it out. Motley now has to break away. Tiller gets a long handball out. Matthew Campbell, North Adelaide player down. I can't see who it is on the... Could be Hay. It might have been that fly of Motley against him, because he's down with 2 North Adelaide trainers, but the defensive kick has gone out of bounds. Yes, it is Stephen Hay. Looks to be pretty windy.
It's a pretty tough boy, Stephen Hay. I would think that he'll recover if it's only winding. Tiller against Spiel on that occasion. The player running free was Ellis. Campbell back to Parsons, and the big chap puts a high one forward. Gary Ford against Arnold. Oh, missed completely by Grenfell. Not having a good day. Hutton gave it to Graham. Graham puts it wide. Hollis has got the run of it. Painter. John Riley. Not in the game yet. Pushed off the ball when he kicked it. Michael Graham. Davies on a lead. Couldn't mark the ball. Stephen Riley. Brown in opposition. And he handballs a point. Parsons
down.
Oh, that doesn't look good. Got one in the breadbasket too, I think. Rolling on his back now, and that would be a giant problem for North Adelaide if he was in trouble.
Well, North Adelaide conceded a point pretty easily then. Clisby to the lead in there of Wildy. Ball close to the line. Barbary. Hollister running. Clark close to the line. Can't keep it in play. And it's out of bounds in the right full forward pocket. Parsons up okay as he sprints over to get into the ruck action against Motley. Parsons used his body. Motley actually got the tap down. Wildy onto his boot quickly. Phillips came to meet it. Sanders. That man Tiller. Back to Sanders. That must be close to the line. And the ball is out of play on the outer side. 9-3 to 7-5. Throw in. Redden against Spiel. Spiel used his body cleverly to tap it out, looking for Radbone. Rode the bump beautifully, comes round on that left leg. Michael Graham wants the ball, gets the ball, kicks in long towards Davies. Davies and Clisby. Davies can't quite get there. The ball bounced through. Did he touch it or not? He did it. Oh, what a goal! Davies desperately tried to get his hands to that one, thinking that he had to mark it. But it's Michael Graham's first goal. It bounced through from 5 kicks and stood at now 10-3, North Adelaide 7-5.
Well, Michael Graham's done very well. Indeed. Radbone rode that bump beautifully. Bounced off the North Adelaide player. Gave it to Graham. And what a way to get a goal. Davies did a lot of hard work there.
Spiel and Redden. Redden's tap. Derrington takes it away, or tried to get it away. He's going to get a free kick for a push in the back. The Blues starting to get on top now. 16 points up. 10th kick Derrington. A long one to the half-forward line. Davies out in front of Clisby. Got his hands to it. Couldn't complete it. Crashing his way through clear is Riley. High back up towards Campbell. Wilson at the back. Howard goes for the thump away. Straight to Painter. Painter gets it to Graham. Graham puts it in high again. I think he's booted his second. Oh, what a goal! To the Michael Graham in 3 minutes. Different complexion on the game right now. Sturt 11-3. North Adelaide. They line up for it again. A bad bounce. Spiel had time to get it out now to Whittlesey, who lost the ball. Derrington goes in hard, and the umpire will bounce again.
North Adelaide need goals before the break. Remembering their game last week against South Adelaide, their first half was ordinary. Their third quarter was quite incredible. Kicked a record third quarter score for a final. Campbell again, a good player. Puts it out to Grenfell, who hasn't seen much of it. Fryer would have too much pace for that player. Phillips. Grenfell a chance now. Back to Tiller. He's kicking his leg off again today. Arnold won't quite get there. Grabs the ball and then drops it over the line. Nearly 24 minutes into the first quarter. North Adelaide starting to struggle. Sims and Parsons will compete. Parsons trying to get front spot, but Sims far too experienced. Fry gave it to Heinrich. He gets it back. and then puts a high one, looking for Spiel. Spiel in front, punch away. Radbone read it beautifully, over the top of the head. Phillips read it. He's caught now, has to get rid of it quickly. He didn't do it too badly in the end. Tiller. Down he goes, and he'll get a free kick.
Tiller playing a fine game. Was in trouble there and played intelligently to win the free kick. It's his 12th kick. 6 handballs as well. Up towards full forward. Dietrich up. Thumped away from that player. The bounce favoured Ford, but Spill came out with it. Gave it back there to Derrington. Unloaded quickly, and Antrobus wants backup support. Can't find it. Gets it out wide. Heinrich again. Grenfell the chaser. Michael Graham. Beautiful handball out to Derrington. The running player down the outer side, Heinrich. Here's a chance. Hollis clear on the half-forward line. Puts it in towards half-forward. Motley there. 40 metres out. Gives it a chance. Oh, hooked it too far. Out of play on the full. Well done by Sturt there as they came out of defence. But Clisby will take the penalty free kick.
Looks to be a player hurt for North Adelaide there. I think it's Arnold, or it could be Sanders, yes. The punch away again. Sturt read the ball well. Motley's put a screw punt very high and wide. That's out on the full, and North Adelaide will have yet another free kick. Motley was held almost kickless this quarter, and suddenly he's come into it, but his last 2 kicks have gone out on the full. Up high, Redden, no mark. Off hands again, Derrington. Painter did it beautifully. Running backwards, very well balanced. A good effort. Looks to be Arnold coming off for North Adelaide. Russell Gayling will come on. He hasn't played well, Arnold. Painter. Playing well. Normally a good kick. Straight through the middle. 10 kicks, Painter. 2 goals, Painter. Sturt 12-3, North Adelaide 7-5.
Well, the 2 run-on players, Painter for Sturt and Tiller for North Adelaide, both playing fine games, but they show little attempt to check one another. Both content to play the running game and creating their own opportunities, but Painter's kicked 2 goals, whereas Tiller hasn't got any, but both playing fine games. 12-3 to 7-5.
Can North Adelaide get a couple before the break? They'll need them. Redden and Spiel. Sanders. Antrobus. Doing it on his own today, Antrobus. The hard work as well as the flashy work. Campbell. Dietrich out. Up he goes. Very strong. No mark. Grenfell. Oh, the handball smothered by Ford. Well done. Back it comes to Gayling. Couldn't handle it. Ford can. Oh, here we go again. Sturt setting it up. Painter used the right boot. Not a good kick. It's wobbling forward. Hay almost marked it. Breaks clear. Puts a short ball out and finds Matthew Campbell.
Another North Adelaide player down at centre half forward. Looks to be Grenfell as Campbell drops one short. Parsons bent down, couldn't complete it. Darryl Brown kicks long. Painter out there again. Riley getting back. Painter comes out with a football. Gives a chance now. Hollis caught on the wrong foot. Has the pace to get back on the left foot. Puts it up in the air. That's home all right. Hollis is first. Sturt getting right on top. Into time on of the second quarter. 13-3 to North Adelaide, 7-5.
North Adelaide's defensive work is made all the more difficult because players are running forward, looking for the attacking game, and when it comes over the top, bingo. Sturt do as they like, kick goals very easily, and it must be heartbreaking for the North Adelaide camp.
Not enough pressure being put on the Sturt players coming out of defence, Peter. Not a lot in the North Adelaide attack at the moment. Robertson jammed off the boot. McAdam looking for a free kick, well farmed out by Redden to Robertson, but he's got no backup support. Wilson, half forward line running is Hollis, playing well at the moment, not paid the mark. Riley and Hollis, Wilson over the top, and the umpire will come in and bounce half forward right flank. Must have been close to a mark there, but the umpire didn't see it that way. Sturt now by 34 points. Spiel and Redden cleverly knocks it back to McAdam. He shepherded well. Kicks high, centre wing, searching for it was Whittlesey and also Tiller. Sturt into attack, high by Whittlesey to the half-forward line. Quickly in was Riley. The other Riley, that's Michael to Stephen, but it's McAdam who comes out. Out wider still here. Chance for Malcolm Ellis.
Off he goes. This is North Adelaide's best chance. He's got a paddock. He wants Dietrich to lead. Finally, that player does. Ellis is going to go alone and kick it out of bounds. Well, that's just what you shouldn't do in a situation like that. He really wanted Dietrich to lead, and when he did, he kicked it out. The siren's gone to end North Adelaide's misery this quarter. Sturt have kicked 8 goals 1 to North Adelaide 2 goals 3 in a fine quarter. 13-3 the Blues.
Had Sturt not been so good kicking for goal, it might have been. But their performance has been fine and augurs well for their future chances in 1983.
They're in front by 48 points. Redden. Matthew Campbell. Couldn't mark it, but he recovers very well. Had a chance for Tiller, but probably couldn't quite use the left hand nor the left foot. That went straight to Heinrich. Wilson on the run. Davies has 138 so far this year, only 4 today, but he's been very useful. That went to Michael Graham. Davies again, he's got it. Well, he used the body, as he always does, but legally. And he's got the mark. And we'll have a go with his 12th kick. Takes a lot of time with the goal shooting these days, but he's got a good formula. Through it goes for his 5th. Sturt are annihilating North. They're 23-6 now to the Roosters 13-12.
Yes, Sturt can afford the luxury of looking for Davies now when in a position when perhaps they could have had a shot for goal. And that time it was Michael Graham who gave the opportunity to Rick. And Rick has got 5, as Peter told you, 3 that maybe he ought to have got. And he's chasing that record, of course, held by Tim Evans. 23 goals, 6 Sturt, 13-12 North Adelaide.
Back to the centre, and Frank Spiel would be delighted with his performance today, I'm sure. Antrobus. He had to push that one back to Sanders. Sanders will sweep it out to Robertson. Robertson onto that left boot. He hasn't played well, Robertson. He may not have been fit. Or Sims nearly took the mark. Not paid. And there'll be a bounce. It's this sort of victory that gives the side a lot of confidence. And Sturt have got their big guns going today. Motley in particular. Parsons onto the right boot. A chance for Harrison, is it? It's over the line and there'll be a ball in.
Yes, Peter, and they also lost Neil Craig in the second quarter, which didn't help, but they covered his loss superbly. Sims, Derrington, the handball out from Ford to Hutton is good. Centre half back, he goes to Michael Graham. Whittlesey runs through the centre line. Davies wants it in long, comes to meet it again out in front at the back of the pack. It could even bounce through, no props. And Wildy's quite happy to concede the point. Nothing on the game at the moment. 23-7, scored their average a bit, that's about all.
Clisby puts it out to Stephen Riley. He goes further afield. G. Campbell dropped that one. His second half hasn't been as good as his first, but he's been a consistent try for the Roosters. Yeah, Sturt would be happy. They've got a lot of encouraging signs today. Sims at full back's been a tower of strength in the last 2 weeks. Brendan Phillips runs it all the way, pushes it back towards McAdam. Up he goes, couldn't mark it. Pushing it through is Gayling, but it's stopped by Heinrich. And there'll be a bounce. Parsons has come down for the...
Spill in a bit of trouble, is it, Peter?
Yeah, they want to put him in mothballs. They wouldn't want him to be injured. Eddie Fry puts it out very long. It didn't reach Derrington. Phillips interceded. Tiller, he'd be tired. He's caught with the ball and the umpire agrees, holding the ball.
Unbelievable game by David Tiller, but all to no avail. He must be a very tired customer indeed, as Peter said. Geez, worked hard. Eddie Fry, Spill's okay now. Up towards the half-back line. Redden has been paid the mark. The umpire bringing back the North Adelaide player who wanted to get away. And Redden sets it up again. Goes back towards centre, but it's Radbone who takes it off. Cleverly over to Brendan Howard. Michael Graham on the lead is Motley, and that's well put. Player down behind the plane, Radbone. Didn't see what happened. Peter, did you pick it up?
No, I didn't, Ian. Did not pick it up at all.
There's the siren to end the game. Sturt have won the first semi-final. Motley has a kick which is academic. Certainly not as far as his goal-scoring ability is concerned. That's his fifth goal. A fine game by Motley. Bad luck to Mickey Nunan, whose inexperience possibly cost the side in the end. But John Halbert Sturt goes through to the next round.
Ian, there's a stretcher for Radbone, and I noticed when the trainers walked out, they had a word to Stephen Hay. They obviously weren't too happy about it, but a stretcher for Radbone. Hopefully he'll be all right.
Sturt, 24 goals 7, has defeated North Adelaide 13 goals 12.
And Chris Radbone was OK after the game. Neil Craig not so good, though, with that hamstring injury, and it's doubtful whether Craig will play again in 1983. But that's for the Sturt selectors during the week. Let's hope that Craig can make a recovery. The goal kickers from the game, Motley and Davies, 5 each. Davies up to 139 now. Derrington and Painter 3 each. Whittlesey, Graham and Hollis 2 each. And for North Adelaide, Dietrich, what a great year. 109 goals for the season with 6 today, and Trobus 3 and Campbell 2. And after the game, Robert Oatey spoke with John Halbert.
John, I thought you had a bit of an early problem in the ruck in the centre.
We certainly did, Bob. I thought our first 15, 20 minutes out of the centre was very, very bad indeed. Frank couldn't seem to get his hand on the ball, and not only in the centre, he made a number of errors in field play too, and we just couldn't get the ball out of the middle, and I think it was a credit to the rest of the players, and particularly to our defence, that we still managed to score an equal number of goals as North Adelaide against a win with that disadvantage of not working well out of the middle.
You must have been pleased with Frank in the second quarter, though.
I thought Frank's second and third quarters were exceptionally good. And, I would pay full credit to him because having started poorly, he didn't let it rattle him. He got back into the game, and I thought his second and third quarters were exceptionally good.
What about Michael Graham? I thought he did a pretty good job when he came on.
Michael's game was electric. Sometimes adversity turns to advantage. It's unfortunate for Neil Craig that he had to go off injured, but Michael certainly dominated the game from that point on, and I thought he was one of the keys to our success.
You got the break in the second quarter for about 10 minutes today on first rather than the opposition, but then you fell away in the end a little bit in the last quarter. Were you a bit concerned there?
I was very concerned, Bob, because they got up to about 5 behind us. We played a very poor first part of the last quarter, from about the 5-minute mark to about the 15 or 18-minute mark. We just couldn't get possession of the ball, and I was concerned. That's why I threw Rick on the ball, just to try something a little different. And we swapped our wings. We weren't going at all well at that stage, but again, the boys seemed to gather their thoughts and get together, and away they went again for the last part of the quarter.
Well done, Rick. I saw you had a run on the ball in the last quarter. Is this going to be the normal thing now with Frank getting tired?
Well, I thought I was just starting to get used to it, but no, it's just to sort of relax Frank a bit. A lot of people have been saying that throwing the 2 ruckmen against Frank, or 3 ruckmen as Norwood did last week, he's going to tire. Well, he sure didn't tire today.
Where did you feel you really had the ascendancy during the game?
Well, I thought at the centre bounce, I thought we got it away. Tiller's been a very, very damaging player. I thought we held him today. I thought overall the boys played very well, as a team. I thought the back line played well to keep them down to a very low score, and I thought the forwards stood the mark well, didn't let them get away, let them get that easy handball. Last time we played them, they played 2 and 3 or 4 handballs and ran the ball down the centre, and they weren't allowed to do that today.
I think all credit should go to Sturt. They were the best side on the day. They were much more accurate than we were. And I think in the circumstances, they fully capitalised on every error we made. And whilst I was very, very happy with the way we attacked the ball and the way we went and got the ball, I think there were some excellent performances there in terms of getting the ball. When it came to finishing the plays off by both hand and foot, we were just a fraction inaccurate.
4th this year. You're looking forward to 1984?
I'm very, very keen to get started on 1984 as soon as we can, because you probably realise what's taken place in our club over the last few months, and I just feel so proud to have been associated with so many exciting footballers at such a young age, and I just feel so privileged to be able to be with them and try and help them.
Michael Nunan after the game, a good loser, and as we look at the stats, we see that Sturt 193 kicks to North 189, not much in it. Marks 80 to 59, handballs close 117 to 111, frees equal 21 apiece, rucks 1 out of the centre, 13 Sturt, 16 North, scoring shots 31 to 25, and that score of 24-7